every doctor that looks at my stuff is like, whoa, wow. Like, yeah, this is really bad. And
Yeah,
they're
you
like,
could actually get really hurt from that, apparently.
Yeah,
Apparently
yeah.
it's really fucking
Woody
like,
dies 18, 20 times a night.
my blood oxygen level drops to 68. It's just like
Yeah.
really low. People
That's like a fucking guy on the side of Everest, like 18,000 feet up.
people are like, they see it like they're like, you don't look like somebody with sleep apnea like this, because most people who have sleep apnea at my level are way big, right? But
Or dead.
or dead, yeah. So so I've got that going on. That's awesome. And like you said, like the dry lips, the dry mouth, cracked. That's just something that I like. This is life for me. But throughout time, like I've wanted to get the nose fixed. Yeah, I used to really not like my nose. I thought it was my worst feature. But now it's like, if you just kind of fucking own a proud nose, then
I think your face looks the
people
best
don't
when you're just
give a
staring
fuck.
right at the camera. Like
Yes.
my face, I have
I'm
to be on the
acutely
side a
aware of
little
that.
bit.
No, if
Yeah.
I turn sideways, the profile from my like chin to my throat, I don't like very much. And so that's a surgery you could do, or just like a whole body lipo. There's a bunch. I got to take it into the shop. I wish I could like go in stasis for 6 months, where I could like take my body into the shop, have them fix it all up, be like, you know what? I've let a few things accumulate. Fucking fix this, and then I'll come out. But really, one of the big drawbacks is well, there's a little risk, I guess, but it's mostly the pain. I don't want to be in pain for like 6 months to get shit dealt with. People who have had lipo say it's better to starve.
Yeah, there's no way I'd do lipo. I think that lipo is lipo doesn't make any sense, especially
Maybe
for us.
targeted lipo might make more sense. Like
Well,
let's say you're a girl.
It's all targeted though, like because
You can't just get an all.
pick an area and go for it. But the problem is like it's not like a fucking sniper. It's like we're gonna fuck up just this area of your body.
It's
and
like a
make it
Dyson.
excruciating.
Yeah, I feel like it really does fuck up your body, though. I mean, if you see those, like, they actually like stick these huge needles in you and they start like sucking out all the fat. It just looks like it must really fuck up your like something. I don't know. It just looks
depends
like
what you're
really
going for, but you can achieve most of those results, by running. I think what you need to do before you do lipo, and I don't mean you, I mean anyone who's like us, like you, Scarce, like before you would do that is like shit.
Well, I've actually been losing weight recently, like, and I take you, Kyle, I take your advice so much. Like, actually, all of you guys, because all of you guys are so harsh. No, all you guys. Well, I still eat fast food, but it's
good
in moderation and like really, really small portions. Like I'll have like a cheeseburger maybe once a week or something. But you guys are so motivating whenever you guys are like, because I fucking hate that fat shaming, body positivity bullshit. It pisses me off so much. Like, and I know sometimes when Boogie's on the show, sometimes he'll get into that, but it's like, I don't understand how how can you try to lose weight when you think that you're okay in your body? You have to think, okay, this is actually a fucking health problem, because like, and recently I'm really young, so it's not that big a deal right now, but it's like, if I don't get this fixed soon, it's going to be harder for me when I'm older, I feel like. So
it's the trend. That's
we'll
the
get it taken care of.
I wanted to get back to the targeting, but like you think like, oh my God, how did that guy get so fat? But then you realize like if you just gain like 3 pounds a year, which is a very small amount, and let that be your trend for 15 years, then like, wow, like when you go to your high school reunion, you'll look very different.
When I stop eating, I lose weight really rapidly. Like the other day I went in 4 days, I ate like 3 meals or something like that. And I dropped a considerable amount of weight. Like I've lost all the weight that I gained in Colorado.
Yeah, I've been using the Kyle diet. I've been just starving myself, just straight starving myself, like Kyle says he does, and it works well until like when you're about a week in and you wake up and you just don't want to get out of bed because you're just so awfully tired. Like
that's when you shoot up with your B vitamins.
Exactly.
Quick injection and you're ready to go again.
Injectables.
Yeah. Do you ever go stand?
Yeah.
Do you ever take a little bit of self-shaming advice where you go like stand in front of your mirror naked and you put yourself in intentionally unflattering poses and you just look at yourself and you make yourself look. You don't put yourself in like a hunched over.
What you want to do is you want to look for your best angles and be like, oh, that could be better. That could be better. Let's make that better. If you fill yourself with shame, then you're automatically.
No. That's where the light.
What you actually do is you squat in front of a full-length mirror for 6 minutes and you really hammer yourself. And you say, "What have you done?"
I'm more of Taylor's mindset. I'm not saying it's right, but like I'll see like a part of me that I'm really not happy with and be like, look at this, you fucking piece of shit. Like Are you going to tolerate this? Are you going to allow this to be who you actually are? Because you see
While
it
your
like
mother-in-law's walking by the bathroom door, hears that and thinks you're scolding Jackie. Like you didn't clean. Like you didn't clean. Look at this. Aren't you fucking ashamed of yourself? Is this how you're really going to conduct yourself as a fucking adult? Your mother-in-law's like, dear God.
Oh, no.
I do,
Dude,
if
my inner monologue, like if I use that towards other people, I would be awful. Awful. I am only this harsh with me.
It's because like if I get, yeah, it's true. Like because you're in the body you got to live with, so you should be more harsh on that one than other people, obviously. But like it's something about getting yourself a little bit sincerely upset at yourself. Like, God, look at that stomach. What the fuck is wrong with you? Exactly. You didn't see this coming 10 pounds ago, asshole. You knew what was happening when you ordered that pizza a few nights ago. You knew you were going to eat the whole thing. You liar. You lied to yourself. And then, like, later in the day, if I want a little treat or something, instead of, had I just in that morning been like, well, I got to work on this, you know, when I see that treat, that Snickers facts break, there's Cheez-Its, whatever, burger, beer, I'll be like, oh, nope, because I remember viscerally that feeling of how angry I was at myself this morning, and it won't be worth it tomorrow morning to go, you've done it again, haven't you? You've done it again, and dug the hole a little deeper. Like, and just stay mad. Always stay furious at yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I want to act like, you know, I want to act like I actually believe in body positivity, but because I saw this one article this one YouTuber posted like on Twitter, and it was literally an article saying like, oh, just don't worry about going on a diet, because everyone who gets fat really they can never get skinny like by themselves. And it was just this awful article that made me so depressed. Like it really, and it was supposed to be this body positivity article, but it really pissed me off to see that people actually believe this bullshit. Like to actually get skinny, you need to have people there constantly telling you you're a fat fuck, and if you actually keep eating enough, like it's bad for your health. Like, and I feel like not enough kids nowadays, like I see some of you kids in my age group, they're just so fat, and like no one says anything obviously, but it's just like, I don't know, if just one person went up to them and said, you know, just said something that was just nonchalant, wasn't even that mean, but it just kind of hinted at the fact that you're just, you know, you're 400 fucking pounds, then maybe.
Well, I like, self-identify as a wildebeest.
The other
clearly,
exactly.
On the other side of it, I'll do this. Sometimes what happens to be like I like to stay up later than like the rest of my family. It's my me time, and so here it is. It's like 11:30. I decide to watch a movie, which is late, and the urge to like have a snack with that movie is there. If I don't, and I wake up, I'll be like, you know what, Woody, you did it. You made it through. You didn't snack at all. You know,
I got it. I have a hard time not believing that I have like I don't know, some sort of special ability when I hear about how strict you are with your diet, and I think about like what it takes for me to lose weight. It just takes like turning off like 1 out of 5 of the awful things I do on a daily basis to lose weight. Like,
yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
really nice.
I'm like, wait, you don't have a snack with your midnight movie? Fuck, what's the point? Like, why don't you just go to sleep? Like I'm eating so many snacks. Every meal has a snack.
Yeah, you have a like you eat a lot like that, but like after even being in Colorado, seeing how you eat, it's no wonder you're the size you are, because people who eat a ton and are fat tend to really underestimate how much they're eating and be like, oh, I had a cup of Coke today. And when really it was like a 2 liter or something. Yeah. And someone like Kyle, who's in good shape and not fat, will be like, man, I ate like a pig. I must have had 2 pounds of chicken wings, you know, a full pound of pad thai, a bunch of Hunan curry or whatever. And then you look at the actual meals and it's like there's 7 bites gone from each of these. There's still so much food left. And like what you're saying, like when you eat super late at night, what you don't include in that is like that 15-hour period that you go without eating before you're like, feast! And you start it up all over again. And
you know what I've been doing lately, though, and I know it's got to be unhealthy, is this nighttime eating. I will wake up. And, dude, listen to this. This is so unhealthy, and I catch myself the next morning, and it was like I was in a Shay Carl like erotic fog, and I just had to talk dirty to like the fucking kitchen. It's like 3, 4, like I go to bed at 1 in the morning. I wake up at 3:30, 4 o'clock, 5 a.m. in the morning, and I go to the kitchen, and it's like, what's in here? Oh, I'll have a Diet Dr. Pepper. Crack that open, sit it on the counter, and I start looking around for what I can have. Last night there was a whole bag of Tocitos scoops, like the corn chips, and there was a whole jar of bean dip. And I just stood there in the kitchen eating scoop after scoop of bean dip until I'd eaten a third of a can of bean dip and half a bag of Tostitos.
Is this like 3 a.m?
4 or 5 in the morning. I finished off the Dr. Pepper, went and went back to bed. And I've been doing that every single night. One night I ate half a can of salsa. It's not always
great.
chips and dip.
Yeah, but that's nothing compared to like when I was at like when I was at like the worst weight, like when I was this was like almost a year ago, I was almost 300 pounds, and
wow.
and I've actually lost like 80 pounds. But
Good for you, man.
yeah,
awesome.
But recently I've been kind of gaining weight again, so I don't like talking about it too much because it's so fucking hard. But dude, that was like nothing. Like I feel like with a lot of fat people, they don't like to admit, but it's like I would literally sit there and maybe eat like maybe 3 bags or like 2 bags of Tostitos and just sit there all night just being a complete fucking slob. And nowadays it's like I catch myself and I tell myself, dude, you're gonna fucking hate yourself in the morning. It's gonna hurt like hell. Because like when I was like 300 pounds, it just always hurt. My stomach just always hurt every day, and I just like that feeling. Like I actually like the feeling of like my stomach hurting and like and me just being extremely, extremely full all the time.
Yes, it's a very rewarding feeling when you're completely full. No, it makes so much sense. Like your brain is immediately rewarding yourself for filling itself. Like your brain is like, oh, you filled our stomach up all the way. Good boy. Here's some dopamine. That you did a great fucking job today, and you feel accomplished in the meal that you just eat. You just ate. You get those same. You get the same brain chemistry as if you just like fucking built a shed for your family. There's pride and chemical reward running through your brain because you just killed Taco Bell. It's a real.
I don't have any meals like this. And when I'm hungry and need a snack, we have this dispenser that measures out like 16 almonds. It's
well said. That's sad. Imagine the chief engineer on that project. Yes, we need you to design something to dispense 16 almonds. It's like, oh my god, why did I go to school for this? Like this fucking sucks.
When Jackie first bought it, like I thought it was for the dog food. No, it's for me.
That's awful.
I have goals.
Can I ask you a question about these almonds? Because I love almonds. They're one of my favorite snacks. Because I can't have peanuts here. Peanuts are the best, but almonds are second
super
place.
Healthy.
Peanuts are low.
No, they're not. Not the almonds that I get. Because I get these little cans of almonds that are the honey roasted ones. Each can, and they're about as big around as like a can of cat food or something, and they're a little bit taller than like a can of cat food. They're certainly not like soup can size. They're maybe 2 1/4 inches thick and
Diamond brand.
Pretty big around. The Diamond brand, yes. Those honey roasted almonds, dude. They're 750 calories per container. I ate 2 containers consecutively one night and had the worst almond shits you've ever even had imagined. Imagine eating 1,500 calories worth of honey roasted almonds.
I didn't even know
like you're a forager 10,000 years ago, and that's all you could find.
Yeah, like some sort of hunter-gatherer who just really hit it big in the almond orchard or something like that.
How many fights there were in like gatherer societies when like the man came back with like wildebeest again, or like all the females who went out and they were grabbing everything. Like it was only blackberries for months. We never think about these as much. We need to be more appreciative of the fact that we can just go get honey roasted almonds.
This is exactly what I thought you were going to have. This is like that thing at the hotels who get single servings of something out for people.
Do you steal this from a Marriott?
Dude, this would not help me at all, dude. I just cranked the whole thing.
Ring a ding ding ding. You know how they on a Wheel of Fortune, how they just come and give it a spin. I'd put my bowl under that fucking thing and
top off and fill it with milk.
When I eat cereal, I don't even use a normal bowl. My bowl has legs. Okay, my bowl can stand on its own in a bed. You can just sit it on a mattress. It's a dip bowl. It's made for like a family to eat their dip out of, like a big salsa bowl. It's huge, plastic, and has like a cross underneath of legs that support it. I feel that thing. It was so much cereal. It only makes like 3 bowls a box. I love cereal. I get the Banana Nut Crunch cereal. That's my favorite kind. I really like Banana Nut Crunch. I like bananas in general, even though I'm allergic to them. So I try to sprinkle them into my diet and be healthy. And I love that shit. I eat so much cereal. Yeah, I'm allergic to bananas, like pineapple, avocado, like anything really you could think of.
What does it make you feel? Like itchy or what?
Usually it's like itchy mouth, itchy in back of my throat, but I've gone into anaphylactic shock where like my throat swelled up so tightly that I was yeah, I gotta go to the hospital.
From bananas?
Yeah, from bananas. Face got huge, so big and red, and just tears like I guess from the swelling, like it's just squeezing your tear ducts because I wasn't crying because for any reason it was involuntary and just tears just pouring. Really bad. I had to get like what do they get? The epinephrine shot,
EpiPen,
right?
yeah.
They fucking they didn't hit me with an EpiPen. They just stuck it like into an IV that they had stuck in the back of my hand and administered it that way. But that like
it's like instantly better.
That's what I was about to say. There's certain kinds of medicine that are just instantaneous, and obviously since it's right into my fucking vein, it's gonna do that. But not only it was instantly like it was almost like I could feel my head deflating. And, my throat, relaxing so I can fucking breathe again. But yeah, I'm allergic to a lot of stuff. A funnier story is one time I went down to Florida to visit this girl, and we went to like a Moe's Burritos or a Chipotle, something like that, where they make those giant 2-pound burritos. And I was like, yeah, guacamole. Yeah, the guacamole. And I'm over there eating this huge burrito, and I bit my lip. And I was like, oh, fuck, I bit my lip. And I just continue eating the thing. What I didn't know is I had like cut the inside of my lip, and I was administering avocado to it.
All that toxic guacamole.
Yeah, all that toxic guacamole.
Oh, dude, that probably hurts so much.
All of a sudden, I start feeling my lips like big. My lips are a little big, and it's like the fucking Nutty Professor when his lip grows first before the rest of his body goes back to being fat. And I've just got this huge lip, and I'm like, I think so much avocado got into my lip. She's like, you need to go to the bathroom. It was huge.
Up at Chipotle and be like, there's something in the food. There's something in the food. Put it down.
I finished the burrito though. I still remember it. I remember her being like, "Stop eating it." I'm like, "It's just so good." It's just
and with a burrito like that, you were probably like, "Actually, I'm past the guacamole section. I'm in no danger." Like, there's nothing left in here. They don't take the time to mix up. God, half of a spoon turn at all these burrito places would be a world of difference in how you eat those burritos. To get a little bit of mixture in there instead of being like, "All right, well, I know 30% of this is basically a desert of rice, at least." I like the rice too, but
I'm a big fan of the burrito places. I remember in like 2005 when I had my very first, I think it was Chipotle burrito, maybe it was Moe's, and just my coworker being like, "Yeah, you just get a burrito, that's it." I'm like, "Well, what do you mean? Well, they don't have different sizes?" He's like, "Yeah, they got a size, fucking huge." And I just remember the first time like being like, "No man can eat this." Like I was an amateur at that point, and I'm watching him finish his, and just now I fucking get I got the quesarito the other day, which is a quesadilla wrapped instead of a burrito. It's the burrito's wrapped in a quesadilla. And
that is like you were saying how the first time you picked up one of those burritos, you were like, what, why? Why? This is like I remember that feeling too. Going to Chipotle, getting a burrito there, and being like, "This is otherworldly." But now, just a few years later, it's totally normalized. If you handed a kid in, fucking Chad in Africa, one of these things wrapped in the gold foil, and didn't tell him to unwrap it, and he couldn't smell it somehow, they would have to think it's something that you threw as a weapon or an IED. Because
an IED. That's what I was gonna say. They start crying. I don't want to be a suicide bomber.
Explode differently, kids. Yeah.
Yeah,
it is
absolutely outrageous, and that's got to be reinforcing the fatty mindset, right? Like the fact that there are portion options out there that are that outrageous, but it's not a new thing. Like McDonald's has really toned their shit down. I noticed. I went to McDonald's the other day, got myself 2 Little Macs, and I ordered a large fry. And I thought that they had like politically correctly like made their large much smaller than that. No, they brought out this like thing of fries. It was so many fries. I thought that they had made the sizes smaller. Remember when they took the supersized thing away after Morgan Spurlock's documentary?
Then they brought it back, or they just changed it to large. Did they?
Now it's just fucking. It's
actually that probably did worse for people because supersize is like, oh, I guess I'll treat myself to a little more shit food. But now they just say large, and it's the same thing.
Or now they have like the Grand Mac.
Oh, the Grand Mac is so good.
Oh,
I think I told this the other day, but I went in there to get. I ordered 2 Little Macs. Now the Little Macs are what you might think. It's one piece of meat instead of 2 all-beef patties, lettuce, cheese, mustard, pickle, and sesame seed bun. It's just
left
one
out
patty.
special sauce
On there, and they're much smaller, and I feel like almost healthy. And my order's taking a really long time. There's cars piling up behind me, and the guy comes out and he's like, "Hey," I can see that there's a problem already. I'm like, "Shit, what is this?" He's like, "Instead of making you Little Macs, we made you Grand Macs," and I'm just like,
give me my money back.
And I'm thinking about it for a second. I'm like, I don't want Grand Max. I made a conscious decision to get Little Max. He's literally offering me 5 times the amount of food that I originally ordered. And he's just like, it's free and it's a lot more food. And I'm like,
well, you see, that's the first world problem over there. Like,
bring them. The Grand Mac is the size of a quarter pounder. It's a double quarter pounder, but with secret sauce and in Big Mac style, with the third bun and everything. I couldn't eat them both. I ate one.
I don't like Big Macs at all. I would never, if there's a McDonald's and a Burger King right next to each other and I'm getting a burger, 0% chance I'm going to McDonald's ever. I feel like the Whopper blows out.
Are you serious, dude? Burger King is the bottom tier of fast food. It is much lower than McDonald's. It's just the bottom tier. Like, I feel like going to Burger King is the worst experience of my life every time I go there. But dude, I go to but I want to say that I go to McDonald's so much because McDonald's like 10 feet away from me right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, well, I'm also fat too, right? So it's a normal place where everyone goes. And I go there so much that I asked the lady for a number that works there. I mean, she's really hot. And I think she's like, I don't know, I think she's some immigrant. I don't want to be politically incorrect here, but I think she's an immigrant
around here.
Yeah, come on.
She must be an immigrant from like Mexico or something because she doesn't speak very good English, but I got her number. So I don't know. I haven't texted her because it's just so weird. Like, because she's the girl from McDonald's. Like, how am I supposed to start that conversation, But I did it a couple weeks ago, so I might as well text her soon.
Yeah, you want some special sauce. There's got to be something you could do there to have some fun with this. I like the special sauce, by the way. I was talking about this the other day. I'm a big fan of that special sauce. It's fucking tasty.
Special sauce
that McDonald's has. It's like that Thousand Island special sauce that they put on the Big Mac.
Every special sauce is just a mixture of like Thousand Island, mayonnaise, ketchup, in different percentages.
Only so many sauces, I guess, to be had. Yeah, that's true. But McDonald's has their own thing. You were talking about the difference between Burger King and McDonald's. I think they're pretty similar, I guess. McDonald's has better it gets the win, especially with like things like fries and their
and nuggets. McDonald's wins with nuggets handily because Burger King nuggets are not good.
Yeah, the Burger King nuggets are awful.
Burger King has chicken fries though. They have those chicken fries.
No. I don't want that shape. I can believe that some chickens somehow on the McDonald's farm all have 4 exactly of the same shaped parts. Like, and you just get different percentages of like, oh, this must be its breast. This is its tit. Oh, this is its calf. Or it doesn't have calves, whatever. But like, Burger King, those fries, it's disgusting. Because that there was just some mixer with like a big vat of sawdust and some chicken bones grinding it up and mixing that together. Did you hear the McDonald's says, or maybe I'm just totally thinking of maybe it was Wendy's that said that like they did a test on their 100% real chicken. Subway. It was Subway. Thank you. They did a test on their made with 100% real white meat chicken, and they found out that it's like 50% white meat chicken. And the way they get away with it is they say that it's made with real white meat chicken, not made from real white meat chicken. Because made with can mean like, this 1% of it is white meat chicken, but it is made with that.
They could potentially like use the tools. It could be made of white meat. Like they could take chicken slime and use white meat chicken spatulas, right? And then it would be made with white meat chicken.
Now that's just inefficient. So.
I want nuggets made by white meat chicken.
Yeah, they're all in a line.
Just Henrietta with like a
stomping
hairnet on.
It's a great marketing idea.